Hello, guys. Welcome back to another episode here on European Confessions. There is a message that I want to share with you guys, and the message reads like this. Hello, my brother. How are you? Can you please post my own story as anonymous? My brother, I am a 29-year-old woman, and I am someone who passed matric well, and my parent, because I only know my mom. I never knew my dad. So my mom is a single woman who was raising a family. I can say that she raised us very well. My mom, she is a teacher. And when I was growing up, even though we didn't have a father figure in our life, but our mom, she was really strict. Even right now, if you ask me any Bible verse, I can actually quote any Bible verse without ever blinking, because my mom, she was so strict, and she was very strict when it came to reading our Bible. But when I was in university, I can say that that was when I lost my ways, but not that too much. And the friends that I had in university, they were quite controlling, and most of them, I even saw that they were coming from broken homes, even though they were coming from rich neighborhoods. But the majority of my friends that I had in university, they were coming from broken homes. So each and every time they would go to a party, if I would refuse, because they used to laugh at me, even if I would go to a party, I always had a small Bible in my handbag, and they would laugh at me. And when you are still very young, when someone laughs at you, like when you concentrate too much on the Bible, you will end up hating Christianity. Slowly but surely, my brother, I then started hating everything about Christianity, because when we would go out, when my friends will be drinking and I'll just be chilling, then I'll start to think like about my life, the way that my mom was struggling, even though we would never go to bed hungry. But my mom, she was always working so that she could provide for her kids. And I started asking myself a lot of questions as to how was it possible that my friends' parents, even though there were people that were not going to church, why is it they were enjoying life? Why is it they were very wealthy? But as for my mom, even though we had our house in the suburb, but we were just struggling each and every month. My mom was always worried, because one more missed payment, then our house was going to get repossessed. So she was always having high blood pressure because of that. And where was God? That was the question that I started to ask one of my friend this other day, when she had taken me out and we were all drunk. And I said, where is my mom's God with all the things that she is going through each and every month? My mom, she has to go to bed stressed, because she always thinking about where is she going to get the money if something bad happens to her. My friend then started giving me a lot of examples of rich people that do not even go to church, a lot of examples whereby even rich countries, they no longer follow Christianity. She said that, don't you know that Christianity is for people that do not have a plan for your life? Because when you are rich, you know that your destiny is in your hands. Why do you have to think about a God who is somewhere there, who is controlling your destiny? But when you are poor, like your mom, you have to believe in a spiritual force, because for you to survive, you have to think of something that is more powerful than you are. And I started to believe everything that she was telling me. And I saw that, yes, when we were growing up, my mom, she was always saying that God is a faithful God, and our house was never going to get repossessed. But if our mom was wealthy, she was never going to worry about our house getting repossessed, thereby never having the time to believe in a God that is living in the clouds. Slowly but surely, I then started to saying, slowly but surely, even though I never thought that one day I was going to utter those words, but I said that Christianity, it is really stupidity. Those that believe in a God that they do not know are those ones that are struggling in life. And I said, I do not want to become poor like my mom. My mom wanted me to become a teacher like her, even though I really wanted to become a teacher, because she had ingrained that character trait in us from a very young age. But I started to look for other side hustle. My friend at that time, she had joined this other website. So girls, what they used to do in our university, they used to go in secret and they would join that website. So on this website, what you will be doing is that you will be pleasing men, like having strip dances for men. And a lot of these girls, they would go on that website and they would wear the mask. And this was even before the COVID-19. Wearing a mask was not a thing, but wanting to cover their faces, they used to wear those strange masks so that no one will recognize, but the rest of their body, they will just strip themselves naked depending on what the guy would be requesting. Usually on that website, what would happen is that the guy will be giving you tips. In these days, it's like people will be giving you stars. So the guy will then enter their bank card. So each and every time that you would press a button, the money would be coming out of his bank, getting into your bank account. And some girls, they were really making a lot of money. But when I was still in university, I said, this one I do not want to do. I never pictured myself like degrading myself or stripping myself for another man that I didn't even know. And most of these guys, like, they were your white guys, because black guys, they are very stingy. And internet, and at that time internet was not that popular yet. When I was out of university, my brother, I didn't get the job that I wanted, and I was always on the waiting list. I then returned back home, and my mom at that time, she had found another stand at this other location, but at that location there was no electricity, there was nothing. But my mom said that one day this was going to be a good investment, and she said that she was doing this for us. And she then said that since you are now here, let me go and stay there so that I can take care of the project that she had started there. She was building a very nice house, even though there was no electricity yet, but now there is electricity. So she was staying there. It was here and my sibling, and I was staying at our house, which is in the city. So I was the one who was staying in the city with our tenants there. When I was left in the city, I had a lot of freedom. I used to bring in a lot of men, and for me to be dating my local guys, that was bringing nothing on the table. Those guys, all they want to do is to sleep with you, and after sleeping with you, the next thing that will happen is, after you have gotten addicted to them, then you will cry because you will see that they will be cheating on you with a lot of girls. I then said that it is far much better to have someone whom I will give the benefits of him dating me, and then he will be giving me money. I then met this other guy. So this guy, what he was doing is that he was working for this other company that was going around, and they were installing some Wi-Fi. Even in those days, Wi-Fi was not like popular. Only the people that had money were the ones that were having those Wi-Fi installed at their houses. So when I spoke with that guy, he had came to our house and he was asking for a place to charge his phone because electricity, there was load shedding. He then came and gave me his phone. After I had charged his phone, the next time around when he came, I spoke with him. Then I recognized that this guy, he was from Zim. We spoke and we spoke, and he asked for my number. And I can say that he was the first foreign guy that I ever dated. This guy, he was too clever, because one day when I went to his place, I saw that he was doing a lot of stuff on his laptop. I asked him what he was doing. He said that he had this idea of building a website, and on that website, girls will be coming on that website and they will be marketing themselves. Like, he just wanted to focus on those girls that sell their bodies. I said, is that stuff even legal? He then said that, no, I don't know, but I'm just trying to make it big here in South Africa. I then started to ask him a lot of questions, because this guy, he seemed to be really clever about the internet. He then said that there was this other website, and if you go on that website, you can actually get paid by you submitting your pictures. I said, like, what? Just my pictures? And he said, yeah. And he even typed in the website, and I went on that website and I saw that indeed there were some girls that were making money. That is how I got into that thing whereby I would go online, submit my pictures, whilst I'll be half naked without showing my face. Then I would be getting paid at the end of the day. And it was not a lot lot of money, but at least I was able to manage the lifestyle that I wanted. I even bought myself an iPhone. This was like way back in the day. Then OnlyFans came around, my brother. When it came around, I was into this thing of going online, even on WhatsApp, having my customers paying me. Then I'll do a strip dance, or at least we'll be having a video chat. So when OnlyFans came, I quickly jumped on the bandwagon and I created my own page, as well as joining several websites whereby people will be coming, especially men, and they will be asking some favors so that you can strip for them. But now there was a lot of competition. One day I was on an Instagram live. Whilst I was on that Instagram live, I then met this other girl, but she was not in our country. She was right there in Kenya. We then started talking a lot there on Instagram. I looked at her profile. She has a lot of followers, and she was even laughing, and she said that, let me tell you something. And because I had asked her why she had a very big body, I then asked her, like, why is your nyash very big like that? And in those days, people didn't have that word. And she said that, this thing, it is not even real. She then introduced me into this other shot, like you buy it on Shane, then you just wear it, and on top of that you wear a skin tight, and it really looks like it is an original nyash. And I then said, so how am I going to get it? And she said to me, even if you get it, my sister, but for you to get a lot of clients that can give you money, not by just scrolling through your pictures on Instagram whilst they will be busy enjoying themselves, like pleasing themselves with your pictures, that doesn't give you any money. We need real money. I know someone who can assist you, but the problem was that this lady, she was there in Kenya, and we didn't know how to get those charms from her country. When she said that there is no need for you to have a lot of followers, and those followers usually they will be men, and what they will be doing is that they will be just downloading your pictures, so that late at night when they will be by themselves, they can just start pleasing themselves, like checking off with your pictures without giving you anything. And I said, so what am I supposed to do so that I can get followers that can give me money, especially your rich blessers? And she said in her country there was this other woman who had assisted her, and if I could get into contact with that woman, I could get assistance. I said, you are the one who know this woman, can you please speak with her on my behalf? All of this time, my brother, we used to have a lot of video chats with that girl. She then showed me some of the stuff that she was using, even though it was not very clear, since these were like your video chats. And when I said I can't see nothing properly, and she said, tomorrow I want to send you a picture of my altar. So I waited until it was the morning, and when the morning came, she sent me several pictures of her altar. On her altar, the things that I saw, there were a lot of your pots, those ones that are made out of clay. And those pots, the way that they were designed, at first I thought that maybe it was paint, because they were painted white, but the white was mixed with red, and there were a lot of chicken feathers, and there were some pictures in there, even though I couldn't see clearly. And to show you that this girl, she was really telling me the truth, she even made a selfie whilst she was holding one of those clay pots that had several pictures of men inside of it. And I said, so what is that red substance that is on those pots? And she said that the red substance that you can see, it is my period blood. I said, what? Why do you do it? And she said, when you are going to get your own charm, you are going to understand. And she started to explain everything to me, like all of those men that were her followers, the ones that she had seen that they are really wealthy. She downloaded their pictures, and after printing them out, she then was helped by that herbalist, and they placed those pictures inside those clay pots. So each and every month when she will be on her periods, she then removes the pad, and after removing the pad, she will start to rub that used play. Then she will start to rub that sanitary pad that will be full of blood around the clay pot. That is why I saw like those that is why I had think that is why I had seen that the white clay pots, they were now red, like red mixed with white. It was her period blood. I then asked her and I said, so how am I going to manage to get all of that stuff to my country? And she then said that I have to ask the herbalist first. She is the one who is going to give us the direction in which we are supposed to follow it. And my brother, this lady that I am talking about, at that time, she was really young. She was somewhere around 19 years, and a lot of men online, they were going crazy because her body was really big. But what they didn't know is that she was just having a fake body. They didn't know that she was just dressing up this fake niash that she was just shaking around. She is even the one who taught me how to twerk. And after she had spoken with that herbalist, she introduced me to that herbalist and she created a small group. It was only me, her, and that herbalist. And we had our discussion, even though that lady here and there, we could not understand each other. She said that there was no way that she was able to send all of those clay pots back to my country. So she directed me the type of clay pot that I was supposed to buy. And I then went to the market and I showed the picture in that WhatsApp group, and she gave me the go ahead. So I bought 12 pots. After I had bought those 12 clay pots, after I had bought the 12 clay pots, I then bought a white soft garment, and that was what I was supposed to use on my shrine. It was supposed to be 12 meters long, but I had to fold it when I'll be creating that altar. And she said that I had to create this altar in an area whereby people were not going to see it. I then said, how am I going to find a place whereby people will not be able to see this altar? And she said, you are going to make a plan. And that was when she said, you have to move out of your mom's house, otherwise this charm, it is not going to work. And be careful when you are doing these charms, because I won't be there with you and I won't be able to help you if some spirits gets angry and they will start attacking you. That is when I moved out of my mom's place with the little money that I had. I then started renting this other place, and where I am renting, it is a 2-bedroomed house. I chose this 2-bedroomed house because one of the bedroom, I then converted it and I made it to be my altar. Whenever my siblings or my parents visits me, I just told them that that other room, the landlord told me that I am not supposed to open it. So all these years, my mom, she just thinks that I am staying in a 1-bedroomed room, but the other room, it is my altar. So after I had purchased all the charms that so after I had purchased all the items that were needed, I then showed her and she told me how I was supposed to design the altar. I just folded that 12-meter white cotton fabric the way that she had instructed me to do on a video call, and I placed those 12 clay pots that I had bought. So she said that each and every pot, it represented 1 month of the year. So they are all 12 in total. Each and every month when I am on my periods, I go to this other clay pot and I then just start to rub the dirty sanitary pad all around that clay pot that I would have chosen. But I am not supposed to repeat this on a single clay pot in different months. So each and every time I always make a plan to leave a marking so that the next time around I won't make a mistake. So along the years, my brother, what I've been doing, it is quite simple. All that I do is that any guys that follow me, it might be on Instagram or on Facebook, I just randomly go through their profiles. And if someone approaches me on my inbox and if they tell me that I am really beautiful and they are into me, I then ask them like, can you please do me an e-wallet? And if the guy is quick enough to do me an e-wallet, or if they promise me anything, I'll quickly go to their profile and just search the pictures and see, because on the pictures you can actually see what type of a lifestyle the person will be living. Then if the person will be living a good lifestyle, I'll then take their pictures and I'll just fold the picture and I'll throw it into one of those clay pots. So what happens is that on the month whereby I'll be on my periods, and when I will take that dirty sanitary pad and go into my altar, whilst I will be rubbing that clay pot that I would have chosen for that month, and all of the men that would have their pictures placed inside that clay pot that I'll be rubbing the dirty sanitary pad, then those men, they will start thinking about me. It doesn't matter if the man will be a married man or what. Wherever you will be, you will never be able to sleep until you would have communicated with me. And when they communicate with me, they would want us to sexting. And if I respond to the guy, even if he is married, he will start to say, right now I have locked myself in the toilet, just do a video call, I just want to see your beautiful body. Then I'll tell the guy, please just do an e-wallet or load some money for me in my account, then you can do whatever you want with my body. The guy will start going crazy, my brother. He can give me like all of his salary. And these guys, all of them, there is no one who has ever requested to see me personally, because that is part of the charms. All that they do is that there is like a spirit that makes them feel satisfied when they'll be helping themselves, watching my videos when I'll be twerking, or watching my pictures as I'll be just playing around with my body. To them, it is a satisfying feeling. So those were the rituals that I did, my brother, that makes me to control a lot of my followers.